Welcome back to Building a House in Thailand, episode 3. In this episode, we intend to go through how we work to find our architect, and now when the work is done with the architect and the building permission is cleared, also what we think about how it worked out. I'm going to show a presentation now that shows how we worked to find our architect. To find an architect, we're going to go through different steps how we work to find the architect that we worked with. The first one is the wide search, try to find as many different architects as possible. Then study the selected that we find. Then we contacted those that we were interested in. We put up some documentation to keep control over who we contact and what we think about them. Commission, and then the agreement, discussion about that, and payment plan, price, our base for decision, and our final decision. The first one is the wide search. We started with trying to find as many homepages as possible that is architect up in Chiang Mai. We go in and we check if they have reference on the homepage, picture from previous work, well-organized homepage. For me, a well-organized homepage is showing that they care about how other people see them. Customer stories also, if they have that on their homepage, make it easier. When we find enough with architects that have all that, we study the selected. Is it possible to contact the reference? Do they have an email contact direct to the reference? How long time have they been in business? Important that it's not a new started business, that you see that they have more works many years. We also checked old works to see if it has developed, if they have different styles, to see how wide they are in their work. Customer stories, if they have that for many years, makes it easier to go back to see the quality of the house later. And communication, that they communicate in English. For me, that was important. After that work, we start to contact the architect. We choose 5 different architects. We made sure that they build in our area. We asked them for a quotation, and here it becomes much easier, as I described in episode 2, where we're planning our house. When we communicate with the architects and show the picture on what we plan to build, it made it much easier for them to come back with a price estimate. At the same time, I started contacting different reference to see what feedback I could get that way. Documentation, I used an easy Excel spreadsheet where I write down the architect, do they have reference, yes or no, what do I think about their homepage, customer stories, and in the end, when they come back with a quotation, I write that in also. That made it a little bit easier for me to make a choice on who I want to hire to do the drawings, the architect. Commission, they work with 2 different ways. Either they have a fixed rate or they have percentage. The normal rate for percentage is 3 to 5% on the estimate value, which means they have a house that they say they're going to build for 1 million baht, and then they take 5% in charge. Then it's 50,000 baht that they want to have in fee for do their work. Agreements and payment plans. We try to put in time limits. It's not that we had any hard rules around this time limits, but it's a way to make sure the work go forward in good time. So we put in time limits, so we around 4 weeks for the first moment, 4 weeks for next, and 4 weeks for the third moment. So we now I think it took a little bit longer time, but it's just so it not get stopped and they start to do other things. Included the building permit in the whole work. We also put up three different payments, one in advance, one when they almost done with all the drawings, and one after building permit was cleared. The prices, if I come back a little bit to that, we get prices from 4,000 baht up to 500,000 baht. 4,000 baht, I didn't even bother to go continue the discussion with them because it was not serious to come with that type of offer for. I don't know what that architect planned to give us, but it couldn't be good. We ended up on around 200,000 baht for our architect. Two was under. We have another fixed price on 100,000 baht, and then we have two that was building for around 15,000-16,000 baht per square meter, and they estimate our house to coming up to a very high price, and then they take 5%. So that was a little bit too much. I didn't see that they would do any better work than the one that we hired now. Our decision that we made was based on communication, as I said before, important. The quality on the previous work, that they have been in business for a long time. Reference that I took contact with, come back with good recommendation for them. Price is the last. I don't think that price is, it's not here that we felt like we're gonna try to get cheap price, because in my view the architect is the one that draws the map. If the architect don't get paid, if I try to cut down the payment to the architect, the work he gonna try to cut down on the work to make enough money anyway. That's gonna end up with the one that later gonna build the house don't have a complete map. So we're gonna get a house that is not 100% complete. It's gonna miss something probably. Now we chose to pay a little bit more, and it worked out good for us. Our decision was made by well done homepage. The reference come back and say good things about this builder, this architect. Customer stories was also good. We've been in business for 10 years, speak good English, communicate both written and spoken English. The commission came down to 265, so yes, I get a little bit cheaper than it normally is, but I didn't push it. The result was 81 pages of drawing. We draw everything with architectural, structural, electric, sanitary, and boundary wall we put into this also. The drawings are very detailed. Now I don't work with this, but what I can see, I don't see anything missing in it. I've gone through everything up and down every page, and it looks very good. This is a little bit picture on a layout picture on where our house is going to be placed in one of the land plots. That was how we worked to find our architect. It worked out good. I think we find a good architect, and now when the work is done, we have the building permit. Everything has worked good. So I'm happy with the choice I made there. Next episode going to be about building materials. How much material do you need for building per square meter or per 100 square meters? What does it cost? Where can I find that type of information? A little bit, in my eyes, good homepages that I have searched for, and now we're going to put them together in one episode. That later going to help me to understand when I get the quotation for construction. Then I can go in and check with the prices and see that the prices that I get in the BOQ and the quotation is similar to what you can buy for in Thailand. But now we're going to show a little bit pictures on the last, what's happened since last, and land.